best thing that I found for doing, miles, 800s. That'll be about 2.5 laps, obviously.
Ever since 8th grade, Alex France has had his sights set on running cross-country for Midland University in Fremont.
I feel like I recruited them. I was gonna come to Midland regardless. Half marathon's really like what I love to run, the long distance stuff.
And Midland wanted France as well.
Alex is a fantastic runner. For anybody to qualify for nationals as a freshman is a really big deal. And then for him to place as high as he did as a freshman was, awesome.
France distinguishes himself in one other way. He's running a path he cannot see.
2, 1, go.
At 14, France was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder called retinitis pigmentosa, causing a loss of peripheral vision and, for most, eventual blindness. He has a type of distorted tunnel vision, unable to see details, but he can recognize silhouettes. That's how he makes his way around campus, monitoring building shapes and memorizing routes. But he loses sight of anything on the side, top, or bottom, struggles to see in bright light, and is completely blind at night.
When we look back, it really started when I used to play baseball. And there were times where I'd be out like in the infield and a fly ball would go up and I'd just lose it. So I ended up quitting baseball after my 5th grade year and continued playing basketball. It was probably about my 8th grade year, I started missing basketballs. My coach was like, what are you doing? Why didn't you catch that?
The diagnosis meant an end to playing basketball and baseball, but he could still run.
And then my junior year rolled around and I started missing stuff. I started hitting trees. I actually almost ran off the course one year. The very first day of summer practice, I ran into a fire hydrant. And I'd ran into fire hydrants before, but this one, I swear, almost broke my quad. I had the biggest bruise on my leg. I fell completely down. I practically had to limp back to practice. That was really kind of really an eye-opener as to realizing, okay, I really can't run on my own anymore.
Despite collisions with trees, mailboxes, even cars, it never occurred to France to give up running.
I loved running, and I'm an athlete, so I didn't want to, I don't know, it never came to my head to think to not run.
His high school coach in Omaha hired a guide runner to run with France at practices and during races. Tim Grummayer had been a talented runner in college, but didn't know quite what to expect.
We weren't able to practice together, so we kind of just jumped right into it.
Yeah, I remember we warmed up and you were asking me questions, but that was 10 minutes, and then we were on the start line and we're like, all right, well, we're doing this, so.
The two quickly formed a bond and have been running together ever since.
My trust in Tim is immense. I know he's gonna lead me in the right direction. I know he's doing his best job. I know there's gonna be times where I'm gonna fall, and there has been times where I've fallen, and it's not because he does it on purpose. It's just, things happen. And I told him, I was like, if I fall, laugh at me, because it's gonna be funny. If you don't laugh, it's just gonna be awkward, and it's gonna be a terrible moment.
The pair runs with a 20-inch tether, side by side.
A lot of it is based off of feel, what's gonna feel like under the foot. Really not so much visually at all.
I run on his right, and I try to just mirror him as much as possible. So when his right foot is forward, my left foot is forward.
There are points where, I'll step in a hole and it'll throw us off my stride, but I think that's also part of kind of learning to run with one another.
We'll walk the course and I'll say, hey, this part looks like it's kind of tricky footing. There's kind of a dip here. What do you want me to say? We just communicate through a lot of that ahead of time. That way I don't have to give him a lot of information during the race.
France is just as motivated with his schoolwork, earning a 4.0 last semester towards a degree in youth and family ministry. He uses assistive technology to do his homework, listening to lectures and audiobooks at more than 600 words per minute.
Their significance in the history of the New World after 1,492 dictates a brief survey of their culture and society. The Mexican began their rise to prominence about 1,325, when small guns settled on a marshy island in Lake Texcoco, the site of the future city of Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Mexican Empire.
And Grunmeyer takes his job as guide runner seriously.
Let's do our strides to the side through the
It's not easy, but he's very invested in it, and it's awesome to see. It's really awesome to see that dedication that one person has to another person's success.
On this day, they face their toughest race course yet, with sharp turns and steep inclines winding through wooded terrain.
Coming up on the left. Around, left, 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 left. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight. Oh! All right, we're good, we're good. I'm sorry. It happened very quickly. We just turned the corner, boom, he went down, got up. I was like, oh, are you good? Yep, and we just retethered and went on. Boom. Right here, right here.
It was pretty hard. Like, we knew going in, it's probably gonna be the hardest race that we've ever done. There's a lot of hills and dips and like just bad footing everywhere. And like the way I can describe it is like it's like a strobe light for me, because when you're running through trees, the light will come in but then it'll go out. So it's like getting flashes in my face. So it's kind of hard to see. And then with the footing, it was pretty pretty difficult.
The fall left France with some scrapes, but he is otherwise undaunted.
Obviously, I'm going to keep running through college, trying to make nationals every year. That's a huge goal of mine. Once I graduate, me and Tim have talked about Paralympics. That's something that I'm really interested in. I know in 2024 they're in France, and my last name's France, so I was like, hey, that would be pretty cool if we ran, in Paris.
Whatever obstacles lie ahead, France is forging his own path with the help of a guiding hand.